Hello everyone. I'm so happy to be back. This extra light on, I'll turn it off for right now. It's been so long since I was live. I would really appreciate if someone would do a little sound check and let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I could not remember. Hi, Jody. I could not remember my settings because it's just been a couple weeks since I was live. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I had a little bit of life get in the way. Let's see. Thank you, Sue, so much for letting me know. Hi, Joan. I am so happy to be back stamping with you guys. I have some, well, I don't have anything prepared, but I have an idea for what I want to make, and we're going to be using some a new beautiful bundle, and I think some colors that you're going to like together with the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. So I don't know how many of you have the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. If you have it, I hope that you are going to be inspired. If you don't have it, then I suspect you're going to want it because it was one of my favorites that caught my eye right away in the July to December mini catalog. I am so happy to see so many of you here. A couple weeks back, I had a live, not live planned to play for you guys, and oh my goodness, the sound on it just would not work. We refinanced our home and had a closing to go to, and it just didn't work out. It was just too scrambled to try to get it on there, and I was all ready to go live with you guys last week, but unfortunately we had a little pet emergency here. One of our kitty cats was in heart failure, and so that was really hard, and I just wanted to get in as many snuggles as possible, not knowing what was going on. And unfortunately he passed away, so a little bit of sad news there, and my heart is working on healing, but I wasn't able to be live, and I got so many emails and comments and really, really kind words from all of you as I posted the sad news, and that really warmed my heart. So thank you so much for the community of all of you. I really, really appreciate it. All right, I am not going to gap your ear off too long here. So welcome. If you are new to my page, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. I'm really excited to stamp with you guys tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rose Grunwald. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I absolutely love Stampin' Up. I find their products to be amazing quality, and my favorite thing about it is that everything coordinates. All of the colors and the tones go really, really well together. Bundles coordinate with stamp sets, and pretty pattern paper coordinates with ink colors, and it's just so easy to coordinate really pretty projects. So I use primarily Stampin' Up products, and I'm really excited to share some inspiration with you tonight. For those who are new, you may not know that I am live every Monday night at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And you aren't going to want to miss my lives because I know we all as stampers want to be inspired. So if you would take a minute and like and follow my Facebook page, Country Cards by Rose, then you can get notified of all of my posts and when I go live. And if you're watching me live on YouTube, then you should subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring the bell so that you get all the notifications from me. Plus, I've got like over 100 videos there, I think. And then you can have all of my videos in one handy place. Also, if you're looking for more inspiration, lists of classes, PDF tutorials, I have a lot of that on my blog. So just go to www.rosegrunwald.com. You will find all sorts of stuff there. All right. Are we ready to stamp? Let's do some stamping. I'm going to flip my camera around. There we go. Oh my gosh, turn on this light. Move my water out of the way because we don't want water spilling all over. Okay, Pretty Pumpkins is the bundle that we are using tonight. It's featured on page 48 of your July to December mini catalog. This card right here is what made me want to buy this bundle. I think it is so beautiful, and I hope to recreate something just as beautiful tonight. To give you an idea, I'm just going to show you here. Okay, so here are the dies that come with Pretty Pumpkins. So you can die cut like this pumpkin group and this one here with the leaves. The stamp set has 8 images in it, and you've got a variety of sentiments and of course some images here. And then you've got some die cut pieces that cut out the stamped images and then some leaves. And this, I really love this pumpkin. It's probably my favorite die in here. And then this fun one too. So lots of ideas. Fall is my favorite time of year. And so of course I just had to have this stamp set, this bundle really. And I did some designing for a cards and bingo class. Okay, here, I'm going to do a little sneak peek of some of the cards and bingo class products. So at the end of the month, I'm going live on bingo, and I'll show you those in a little bit. I've got stuff in the way here. I'm going live with a bingo event featuring Pretty Pumpkins. Here we go. So I'm going to quick do a sneak peek of some of the cards we're going to make in that event. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. These were so much fun to design. I really had a blast. And the colors just go so well together. They really, really pop. We'll be making all 4 of those cards in that class. And then in between, we will be playing some games of bingo. So, all right. Tonight we're making a thank you card. I am going to submit a card to a creative challenge for the Global Design Project. And this month, the challenge is a theme challenge, and the theme is thank you. So I'm going to start with a card base of Sahara Sand. And I got this from my scrap pile, so I just want to make sure it's the right size. And it looks like there's just a little strip I have to cut off of there. All right, so we're doing a little Stampin' on the Fly tonight. Now, for those of you watching, I really appreciate your support of my small business, and I would love it if you would share my video with your on your page so that I can share crafting inspiration with all of your crafty friends. All right, so I've got this card base with Sahara Sand. We're going to use this other piece for a die cut piece. I'm going to set that aside right now. And what I want to do is use some of the really gorgeous Regal's Designer Series paper. As I was looking through for paper I haven't used in a while, I came across my Colored Group Designer Series paper, and I've been using this a lot to design the cards and bingo classes. And you can see I've got a bunch of scraps here. One of the colors I haven't used very much is the shaded spruce. So I thought tonight's card, it would be fun for me to use some of that shaded spruce. And I was looking for what colors went with it. And this scrap of rich raspberry really popped out at me. And when I happened to be kind of tossing around and it was sitting on top, and I thought, ooh, that would look really nice together. So that is kind of what inspired the idea that came to me tonight. So I want this to be my entire card front. So I'm going to cut this piece down to 5.5 by 4.25, which is the exact same size as this card front. So let's get out our trimmer. I'm going to do my 5.5 here. And as you can see, I used those scraps. So I'm going to set that aside and then find my 4.25 here. I'll cut that down. Now, I thought it would be super fun tonight because the one thing that really struck me as we had this pet emergency was this sense of community. And I got to thinking, I would really love to get to know my stamping friends better who watch my live class. So I would love to know, first of all, just share it in your answer in the comments. I would love to know which of you are new to watching my live and which of you are regulars. So if you just say new or a regular or veteran, you could say, I would really love to know that. Just share it in the comments. If you're on Facebook, the comments should be below. I think on the group there's a permission you have to give, and in YouTube to leave comments you have to be signed in. But just let me know if you're new to watching or a regular. All right, when I'm looking for fall patterns, I thought that this kind of plaid pattern would be perfect. So I'm going to glue this right to the front of my card, and I'm using my Stampin' Seal. Now, this little gadget here is a craft sheet, silicone craft sheet, and I use it when I'm gluing because it keeps the sticky from getting on my table if I get a little crazy with my glue. And I love the Stampin' Up adhesive. The Seal and the Seal Plus both are very high quality, so I never worry that my layers are going to fall apart before they arrive in the mail. I see lots of regulars. Hey, welcome back, everyone. How exciting. Okay, so we've covered this whole card front with our piece of designer series paper. Now, I've got a little strip hanging out here. That's okay. We'll just clean this up a little bit by going along it with our snips, so we don't have any overhang. You would never ever know that even existed. Kim says she's been watching for a few months. Awesome. I see we have a lot of regulars watching. Thank you for always watching. That makes my heart happy. Okay. Whoops. Next, I thought this strip would look nice, but I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. So I think I'm just gonna set this here and think about it a little bit. What's on the other side? On the other side we have this round thing, but that seems to clash with that pattern. I like the dots and lines. So I'm just going to let that sit there. And now I need something to break up this pattern for the focal point of my card. So I'm going to go to my stitched rectangle framelits here. And let me see. I think this size is going to be the good one. This looks nice. So what I want to do is 2 pumpkins in here and a sentiment is the idea I have. So before we cut, I'm going to kind of layer the pieces that I think. And then, let's see, the sentiment, because it's a thank you card, I want to do this so thankful for you. So let me see if that's going to fit. That way I know what size, right? Yeah, that should work. Okay. Oh, so many regulars. Awesome. All right. So let's set these aside. And out of my Sahara sand, I'm going to cut this stitched rectangle. Oh, Jean has been addressing cards all afternoon. She's sending 15 of them. You know what, Jean? I bet you that those people you send those cards to are so excited to get them in the mail. I think that sending cards is just a wonderful way to brighten someone's day. Okay, so I know that a lot of you are regulars. Thanks for sharing that with me. I see a couple new people. Bonnie is new. Welcome, Bonnie. Hope that you are being inspired. The next thing I would like to know is, how long have you been stamping? I would love to know how long you guys have been stamping and making your own cards or scrapbooks. All right, I'm die cutting my stitched rectangle here on my big boss. I love that these ends fold up. It fits so nicely on my little side table next to me. I just love how these stitched rectangles are like magical stitching pops up. Oh, we've already got a variety of answers. So we've got Vicki, 1.5 years. Wow. Look at Arliss. Arliss has been stamping since '98. That's amazing, Arliss. Robin for 6 years. Amazing. And Jackie says over 20 years. That's so awesome. And Sue for 4 years. Shar says it's been a while. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, I have been stamping, oh my goodness, doing some sort of paper crafting for like a long time, because I started with scrapbooks when I was in high school. So that probably would have been about 2000 or so. So I'm going on 21 years of crafting and paper crafting. Stamping, I thought we were, you know what, Jean, I gotta showcase this comment because that is so funny. I thought we were just supposed to hoard our supplies. I love that. All right, so I have got this pumpkin and this pumpkin that I want to do together, and this pumpkin here coordinates with this stamp set. So we've got shaded spruce, rich raspberry. I think I want to do some shaded spruce on a scrap of Sahara sand. So let me get one more scrap. Wasn't entirely sure what color I wanted to do, and I might try one other thing. Or, you know what? I am going to do rich raspberry and bring out that little pop of rich raspberry. So, oh, look at, I got an inky thumb already. Wow, Bonnie's been stamping for a year. Oh, Bonnie, you have my heart because it is so much fun when you are a beginner stamper. Oh, I love this. Sue says it all started when I came to your class. That's amazing, Sue. I'm so happy I could inspire your creativity. Okay, we're going to stamp this, but I think I want to stamp off because this is going to be, I want to test my colors here. It's going to be a little bit, yep. For the fall look, I'm going to stamp off one time. And then I will stamp on my scrap of Sahara sand here. There we go. I think that looks nice and fallish. And stamping off just helped me, as you can see, to like lighten the tone of the ink. Okay, so we're gonna die cut this piece. You guys are really totally seeing my whole creative process here. Oh my gosh, Marsha, I gotta get out my platform here. Marsha has been going for 20 years. Love it. Kim started 25 years ago. Oh, Jean asked a great question. What is everyone's favorite must-have celebration item? I would love to know the answer to that. I had one and then it changed. So I am so curious what everyone else has to say. There's a lot of great stuff in that celebration flyer. Okay, we are cutting out this pumpkin here. I hope that it will work because I stamped it a little close to the edge. Ooh, Vicky says the delicate dahlias. I have that, Vicky, but I have not stamped with it yet. Isn't that pretty? We've got that pumpkin. Love it. Ooh, dahlia again. We've got 2 votes for dahlias. Okay. Now my favorite die in this whole thing. I want to use my must-have celebration item. So Jean, that was a great question. And it is the Bedazzling paper. I thought my must-have was going to be that pretty Christmassy paper that coordinates with the deer suite. And listen, that paper is flippin' gorgeous. But I cannot stop using this Bedazzling paper, and it coordinates so good. Like, just look at this card we're going to make for bingo. Look at how well it coordinates with our colors. It's like whatever color you make with it, it totally pairs. Vicky says she has 3 packs of this paper. Vicky, I have to tell you that I went a little overboard buying it from the new catalog. And I don't want to tell everybody how many packs of this paper I have. It might be 5. It might be 5 packs of the paper. Oops. I need the handle to crank this through. All right, we're cutting that fun pumpkin die with out of our Bedazzling celebration paper. And this paper is a little thick, and I'm using an old Stampin' Up platform here for my die cutting, so I'm making sure to go through a couple of times. Ooh, there it is. I think we're done with our die cutting now. Yeah, the celebration items are really great. I mean, they knocked it out of the park this year. Well, this time around, the celebration's so awesome. Of course, it probably helps that I love all the fall and Christmas stuff. All right, so now we have got this pretty pumpkin, and we've got this layer, and I want to put them together on the front of our card. How are you liking that? I don't know. Now that I have it, it feels a little, I'll put this here. It feels a little like this piece is too matchy-matchy. I think I want to try this in Rich Razzleberry instead of the Sahara Sand. What do you guys think? Too matchy-matchy? I think it is. So let's do a little tone-on-tone stamping here. Ooh, so much. Oh, Honeybee says it's her first time seeing me live. Welcome. So glad you could watch. Oh, Kim agrees. I'm really glad that I made the change. It's too much color on color. I want to break it up. So I'm really loving that tone on tone so far. And when I think about this pumpkin going in front, I think that's really going to pop. So I'm just going to re-die cut this piece here. Oh, Char's asking what's everyone's all-time favorite celebration. She loved the chickens. You know what? I love the chickens too. And I also love that they came out with the dies for it. That was such a fun surprise from Stampin' Up. I totally agree with you. Sorry, trying to line this up on my old magnetic plate. So what's your all-time favorite celebration item? Char would like to know, and I think that is a really great question for everyone. All right. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. That's gonna be really sharp. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you're stamping on the fly, you know? You just, something doesn't work, you gotta make adjustments, right? Okay, so what I want to do is layer these here. And then I want to do the sentiment up here. So I saved our sentiment. So thankful for you. And a little tip. I like to make sure it's as straight as it can be on the block when I'm doing this because I'm kind of nervous to stamp this since it's already like die cut and this feels like my final layer. So I like to practice. Okay, here we go. So thankful for you. I know this is off the screen, but how does that look? Pretty darn good. I'm really happy with that. And I'm going to close this ink pad because you have no idea how many times I have dropped darn ink pad in my project in my ink pad. All right. So then we can layer this on here. What do you think so far? Are we liking this? I'm liking it. All right. Now, in your bingo class, for those of you who are ordering cards in bingo, and there's a link in the description, I'm going to spoil it, but this gingham ribbon is going to be in your swag bag as long as it isn't sold out, or sorry, not sold out, on back order. So I love how this gingham ribbon looks with all these colors. So I want to use it on this card. And what I am going to do is tie it in a little bow to use on our pumpkins here. So I know that this is way too big of a piece, but that's okay. So I'm just going to make this into a bow. This stuff ties really easy, and it is fabric, but it is not bulky. So I am absolutely loving it. In fact, it ties so easy. I gotta show you this. It ties so easy. I was able to tie it around this little nodule on this punch. So, all right. Jean loves the chicken set. Jody loves So Happy Together. And her favorite previous color is Lemon Lime Twist. That was a pretty bright one. I loved it. Berry Blessings. Favorite colors were Cocoa Rose. Oh my gosh. Honeybee loves the swirly font. I do too. It's so pretty and perfect for fall. Okay, I'm just going to trim the ends of this little bow that I made. And would any of you like to see a cute little tip with this gingham ribbon? I'm going to show you this really quick. If you don't want like black and white and say you wanted it to be, oh, I don't know, pumpkin pie for Halloween. Oops, I need a new pumpkin pie blend. Let's use, let's say we're going to do it in cherry cobbler for Christmas. You can take your blends and you can color this ribbon. So it can be any color that you want it to be. Isn't that cool? So this ribbon's awesome. Definitely a must-have. If you don't have it on your wish list, add it because it's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to stick this here on my sparkly pumpkin with a glue dot. Marsha loves the font too. I know, it's really, really pretty, isn't it? All of the sentiments in that stamp set are in that pretty font, and I love this one. It has such a fall look. And this one's so fun too with the mixed font. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. The swirly font is just gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so I'm sticking this little bow on our pumpkin here. And I think I'm trying to decide if I want to pop up both of these layers or just the one. I think just the one. So I'm going to glue this down direct on this layer. So using my Stampin' Seal here. And then it will look like it's kind of in the background a little more. And then this I will pop up on dimensionals. And some of these strips are a little bit narrower. So I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals. Isn't this pumpkin with this is it bedazzling paper? Just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. This is my favorite die. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have one more question that I would love to know from all of you, because I am here to teach and I am here to inspire you. So I would love to know, when it comes to stamping, what is your biggest challenge? Is it a certain technique that is a struggle or something that you're challenged by? Is it finding inspiration? Is it using up your pretty paper? Or maybe finding time to stamp in our busy, busy lives? But share with me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge? I would love to know and see if I can help out in some of my lives coming up and other videos. Okay, so are we liking this strip on the front to bring out some of that rich razzleberry? I think it really breaks up the card. So I I am. I'm going to glue this down. So Honeybee says her biggest challenge is finding new ways to use DSP. Okay, Robin says keeping your fingers clean. I agree. It's always a challenge. You know a stamper by their inky fingers. And Jackie says figuring out what colors go together. Ooh, yeah, they coordinate so well, and sometimes it's a surprise what colors go together. Who would have thought these would go really well together, right? Oh, Sue says not enough room. I have some organizational tips I would love to share with you guys, and I am a budget conscious stamper, so like I don't have a fancy stamp room. It's really very humble, to be honest with you, and I would love to do a craft room tour, give you some tips for organization. That would help too. Arla says new inspiration of new designs. Okay, great. Deciding what I want in the book, need and want. I can't part with my stamps. Oh, I hear you, Shar. It's really hard. Placement of embellishments. Ooh, Jean, that's a great one. I could give you a tip for that tonight, too. All right, so now I've got this layer on dimensionals, and I am gonna try and center this. Feel like it's centered. There we go. We'll embellish it in a minute, but we got to do the inside of our card. So let's grab a piece of basic white. I just cut for my my latest class to go, so I've got all sorts of scraps here. So 5 1/4 by 4, this should be. Yep, perfect. We'll use this for the inside. Ooh, Vicki would love tips for organization. Card layouts is a difficulty. Yes, I actually go to Sketches a lot for inspiration. All right, let's do some stamping on the inside, and I think it'd be really fun to bring that rich raspberry in. So let's do our Stampin' Off on the inside of our card. How about that? And I'll just go kind of in the corner like this. What do you think? Yeah? All these ideas are good ones. Help us, Jean says. I will. These are really great ideas to make sure that I want to make sure that what you are struggling with, that I can help you. Because that's what I want to do, is help inspire you, help you with whatever it is you're challenged with in your stamping so you can be creative. Okay, so let's put this on the inside here. Now, rich raspberry sometimes takes a little bit to dry, so I'm not going to touch and smudge that. So there's our inside. I always like to stamp on the inside of the card. Sue says too fat of fingers. You know what? I actually have a tip for that too that I would be happy to showcase in a video coming up. Okay. I want to put some bling on here, and Jean said that she is challenged sometimes by the placement of embellishments. So, first of all, as it relates to the too fat of fingers comment, which made me laugh because I have that problem too sometimes, the Take Your Pick tool is so amazing. And we're going to use that to place our embellishments because I got too big of fingers to grab these and try and put them on my card here. So you have two ends. You've got this sticky putty end. And you can unscrew this end and put putty refill, which Stampin' Up sells, into this end. And then this other end, you have a couple of attachments that you can use. So one is for like scoring. You can score with this attachment, and then you've got like a putty knife, and then this sharp little pokey tool. And all this does is slip in here, and then you twist it to lock it. I often use the putty knife or the sharp pokey tool here to pick up embellishments, and so that's what we're going to use here. Now, as it relates to, and let me zoom in here, maybe you can see this a little bit easier if I zoom in. I feel like all of a sudden my lighting got very dark. Is that a little better so you can see for placing these embellishments? There, some more light. When you place embellishments, I heard from a fellow demonstrator, and I cannot remember who, and I have looked this up. In art, a concept in art is the concept of the triangle. So things are often pleasing to your eye when you put them in a triangle pattern and when they are in odd numbers. So in a case like this, it's hard to know exactly where those little embellishments should go, but you could go like a here, here, and here, which would be a triangle pattern. You could do like a here, here, and here, which would also be a triangle, but then I feel like that leaves this space a little blank. You could do like a 5, like a 2 splotcher here, 1 here, maybe 1 here, and 1 down here, or even tuck some on this other layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that would be in a triangle pattern. So I always try to kind of keep it in a triangle pattern, and when I use multiples to think of that. So I feel like we need one in this little nook here. And then I think I would like to try the idea of one here. Jean, I hope that helps you. Then I think if we put one down here, we're good. And now we could carry this bling, remember, here. So if I were carrying this to do, 2 more, I would go like here, and we'd still have our triangle pattern. So should we try it? Let's try it and see. I'll go here. And then I just like to play around with different sizes. And over here. I don't know, now that feels like a little too much to me. It could be because this one is big. So the cool thing is I don't really push them down all that hard. So I know, so that if I don't like it, I can adjust it. I know, it might be better if this were smaller. I do feel like I need one more up here, maybe one here. I don't know, I'm going to leave it at 3. But that's where you could place them. All right. There's our card for tonight. I'm done stamping. I see so many of you saying pretty card. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Robin says it would make a beautiful a great fall birthday card. Yes, I agree. And we stamped the inside. So this was pretty simple. Another thing you could do to step this up a little bit would be to emboss this layer. And of course, I think it was Arliss looking for layouts. This is a good one because you could just play around with different colors. So there is our card for tonight. If you love the Pretty Pumpkin stamp set, don't forget my Cards and Bingo. I'm featuring this bundle in my Cards and Bingo class. In the description for this video, I have a link to my Cards and Bingo class. We're playing bingo in between some card making, and it's going to be a blast. You have to register, though, because I'm sending your bingo cards with your pre-cut cardstock packs. You have to register by September 6th to play along, and it will be so much fun. It's my first bingo event, so I'm hoping for a few more signups so we can really have a blast. And yeah, it'll be live on YouTube September 30th is where we will be playing. But yes, it features this same bundle. All right, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. You can find a link to shop my online store right here at www.rosegrunwald.com. I'm like trying to show you this. And my host code this month is here in the bottom corner, right there. If your order is under $150, I would so appreciate if you use that host code. It's September 2021, and that host code will be valid. Well, it's just about September. It's August, but that code will be valid for the whole month of September. And if your order is over $150, we should chat, because you need to be a discount shopper then, and you need to be getting 20% off of your stuff. So yeah. All right. I'm going to switch this around. Thank you so much for joining. I had so much fun stamping with all of you and getting to know you all. That was really, really fun. Our little Q&A session. I loved it. I will be live again next Monday. So I'll see you here, same place, same time. Thanks again for joining, and have a great rest of your week. Bye.